scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1, Havoc, Kaz, and Martyr, Serotonin.
Ravens, 3-man group, led by Havoc, Martyr in the middle, and Kaz. They live by the motto, pain and torture equals success, and as Serotonin heads towards the ring, I still can't believe what TNA Management's Jim Cornette announced at the conclusion of last week's Impact. That is tonight, Sting and Abyss as a team versus Christian Cage and AJ Styles. My God, hell has frozen over.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents first, from Detroit, Michigan, the War Machine, Rhino.
Sunday, April 15th, TNA invades St. Louis, Missouri. It's lockdown. Every match contested in the 6 sides of steel. Captain Kurt Angle just mentioned he has 3 parts of his machine. Here's the War Machine, Rhino.
His tag team partner from American Samoa, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
You know, you talked about hell freezing over, Mike, when you were talking about Sting and the Monster Abyss becoming tag team partners. But think about this. The Samoan submission machine, the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, working together. But that just shows you the mutual respect that they have for each other. And that's why Kurt Angle chose Joe as his first partner.
And their tag team partner from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's the only Olympic gold medalist in professional wrestling history. He is Kurt
for Lethal Lockdown than the born leader, the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Earlier, he addressed the huge egos involved, the egos that have unified to become 3 parts of the machine, while Christian is forced to promise world title shots to recruit someone like AJ Styles. Rhino and Samoa Joe have joined Team Angle out of loyalty and mutual respect.
I love these choices by Kurt Angle, Mike, because think about it. It's genius. He realizes that Samoa Joe just lost the championship at Destination X to Christian Cage. He's going to have that revenge factor. He knows that Rhino and the feud that he's had with the phenomenal AJ Styles still burns deep inside of him. What better than to have these 2 guys that have had those feuds going with those 2 at Team Cage on your side?
And you brought up the word as well as I did, loyalty. And you have to think that tonight we will get a read on exactly where Abyss's loyalties lie. Christian Cage insisted last week here on Impact that Abyss was the 3rd member of Team Cage at Lockdown, but then judging by Abyss's actions, I'm not sure that's the case. Sting says Abyss is tired of being led around. He's tired of being told whose side he's on. Well, one thing I know is tonight it's going to be Sting and Abyss against Christian Cage and AJ Styles in our main event.
Let's watch here the chemistry that Team Angle's going to have. I mean, you're talking about 3 greats. You're talking about champions in every sense of the word. Serotonin, a group that seems to be finding themselves, a team that seems to be figuring out what they're all about. But look at that right there. It's Kurt Angle. Just absolutely drills Kaz.
Just tossed him right down to the canvas and right back to the offensive. European uppercut, rocks Kaz against the ropes. Follows up, series of right hands, just jacked his jaw, caught him with repeated boots, right into the midsection and just drove him right down to the mat.
We remember Lethal Lockdown from last year's Lockdown, and it's just so intimidating when you see that ceiling, that cage, lowered on top of the 6 sides of steel. There's nowhere to go. Everybody's trapped inside. And I mean, you have to have trust in your teammates. You have to believe in the people that you choose, and Kurt Angle obviously believes strongly in Samoa Joe and Rhino. And let me tell you something, look at that power slam right there by Samoa Joe.
He just snapped off the power slam, series of right hands right to the jaw of Havoc. Quick snap mayor takeover. Check this combination move out. First it's the chop to the back, then the kick to the chest. Martyr from outside just got the attention of Joe. He drops him to the apron, and then a big right hand for Havoc, who now tags in Martyr.
How intimidating has that got to be for Serotonin, realizing the size difference that they have? But right now, look at Samoa Joe. You'd think that maybe he would still have Destination X on his mind, but he doesn't. Oh, what a gore! What a gore! Gore by Rhino!
And there's the Olympic slam by Angle. Now now, Samoa Joe, the legal man, he's got Martyr up for the Muscle Buster.
Oh, and he drills it perfectly.
Cover.
Here it is. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, Rhino, Samoa Joe, and Kurt Angle.
This replay sponsored by the terrifying new horror film, The Hills Have Eyes Too.
There you saw the gore by Rhino as he just turns Havoc inside out. And then the Olympic slam on Kaz, followed by the vicious muscle buster on Martyr.
Let's send it to Letitia.